You know, this place really isn't for you. You're poor, so you should live like a poor person. Exactly. Why don't you just go home and do some piecework or something? You know, I think you're both mistaken about something. My name is Sarah. Exactly 1 year ago, I divorced Matt, who was my husband. I truly loved Matt and wanted to spend my life with him. However, Matt said to me, "You know, you've really aged." Well, I am 40 now. It's surprising how quickly we both reached 40. Yeah, but I just can't deal with older women. What? Upon further discussion, it turned out Matt's love had faded as I aged. In fact, he had already started dating a younger woman. Tracy is only 25. But she seems attracted to my mature charm. She's a good woman, not arrogant and annoying like you. So, I'm leaving you. What? It's decided. Thus, Matt unilaterally announced our separation. Of course, I didn't just agree to it so easily. I gathered evidence of his affair and got compensation from both Matt and Tracy. I hate that about you. You're too smart and arrogant. Right. It's so shameful and disgusting that you're after money. They were angry about my compensation claim, but as Matt's wife, I was within my rights. Eventually, I received several $10,000 from them and got divorced. They seem to have remarried, but it has nothing to do with me. I've been enjoying my life, focusing on my new job since the divorce. However, on a rare day off when I went shopping, I ran into Matt and Tracy. I immediately turned away upon seeing them, but they noticed me and approached. "Oh, is that Sarah? Long time no see." "Oh, I thought who it was, but it's just the dull ex-wife, Sarah." "What are you doing here?" They went out of their way to come over in the crowd just to make snide remarks. I couldn't just ignore them after that. They looked at me and said, "What's wrong with shopping on a day off?" I don't think I deserve any complaints. Huh? But, you know, it's not exactly a complaint, but... What are you trying to say? I don't want to waste my time talking to you. Don't get so heated. We're just trying to give you advice. Advice? In response to my retort, Tracy and Matt gave an incomprehensible reaction. They snickered in a mean-spirited way and said, "Yeah, advice. You don't have much money, right? So you need to use it wisely. We're not saying you shouldn't shop. But this place has quite expensive stores, you know? Oh, for Matt and me, the prices are reasonable, but for Sarah, they're expensive, right? That's not the case. Don't pretend. Indeed, this department store in front of the station cannot be called cheap by any stretch of the imagination. But I do have enough money to refresh myself on a rare day off." Even when I denied it, Matt and Tracy still smirked and said, "Don't hide it, I know. You don't have money, right? That's not true, though. You don't have to lie. That's why you were so desperate to get compensation during the divorce a year ago, right? I heard it through the grapevine. Your annual income is $12,000, right? If that's the case, you must be barely scraping by, maybe even dipping into your savings? That's why being here doesn't suit you. Wouldn't it be better if you went after the clearance items at a discount supermarket after the time sale ends?" Unable to contain himself, Matt began to laugh at Tracy's words. They continued to laugh uproariously, looking down on me as they spoke. "When you were married to me, your income was about $50,000, right? How did it drop to $12,000? Were you fired for being incompetent and can only do part-time jobs now?" Well, either way, it was lucky for me. Good riddance to a woman earning $12,000. Poor thing. No money, youth, beauty, or prospects. It must be so sad to be poor and old, isn't it? I couldn't understand why they suddenly started saying these things. But I somewhat understood what they wanted to convey. Apparently, Matt had heard about my current situation from someone we both knew. That's how he came to believe that my annual income was $12,000. Certainly, with an income of $12,000, it would be difficult to shop at a department store. It might be true that I often aim for clearance items due to the daily struggles. If Matt and Tracy believe that my income is $12,000, I can understand why they look down on me. However, there's one thing they got wrong. My annual income isn't $12,000, though? What? What do you mean? Exactly what I said. My annual income isn't $12,000. That can't be. I heard it from Anna herself. Anna? Ah, I see. Matt, panicking, mentioned the name of my friend. That's when I realized why they were mistaken. Anna has been my best friend since high school. She's been close even after I married Matt and has visited our home many times. So, Matt knows Anna. Anna said it was bad, having only $12,000. You and Anna are best friends, right? So, you wouldn't lie to her. Sarah is a poor person with an income of $12,000, right? A few weeks ago, Matt apparently saw Anna by chance. Though they didn't speak directly. Matt and Tracy entered a cafe where Anna happened to be sitting nearby. There, Anna was updating an acquaintance about her recent life. Matt and Tracy, thinking they might hear something about my miserable life, eavesdropped. So, you know, she's been my best friend since high school, $12,000, isn't that crazy? It really feels like a different world. They couldn't hear the entire conversation due to the distance between the tables. However, Matt and Tracy caught such words from Anna. That's why they understood my income to be $12,000 and were surprised to see me at the department store today. Matt, it seems like you're misunderstanding something. Actually, Anna wasn't talking about an income of $12,000, right? Well, yeah, but if it's not about the income being bad, then it must be the savings, right? Indeed, that would be bad too, right? After snatching so much compensation from us last year, and at 40? If you only had savings of $12,000, that would mean you have a terrible spending habit, wouldn't it? Matt and Tracy again made up their own story, chuckling together. But I, tired of being misunderstood, finally said, "It's neither about income nor savings. Can you please stop making assumptions and looking down on me?" Huh? How dare you speak so boldly, considering you're an old lady? Exactly. So, tell us, what is the $12,000 about, you poor person? It's the rent for where I live now. What? Rent? You pay $12,000 a month for that? What the heck is that? That's impossible. And why would Anna know such private details about your rent? That's when I told them the truth. My annual income isn't $12,000, nor is my savings balance. Actually, I started a business 6 months ago and became financially comfortable, which allowed me to move. I now live in a so-called high-rise condo, where only wealthy people reside. The rent there is $12,000 a month, something I had shared only with Anna. If you know the address, you can easily find out the rent. I trust Anna, so I told her about it. No, but that's impossible. Impossible? What's impossible? Because there's no way you could lead such a lavish lifestyle. It seems Matt wants to turn away from reality. Indeed, when I was married to Matt, I was just an ordinary employee. Under those circumstances, I couldn't afford to live in a high-rise condo with a monthly rent of $12,000. But I started my own business. So, I do have enough money to live well. Moreover, while I'm currently renting, I also own several apartments. I have 3 for investment purposes, and I've bought 5 apartments which I rent out to relatives. It's like you're living in a different world. And to think someone like you, an old lady, is living that life. Tracy, I may not be young, but I've worked hard and earned my money. I don't deserve to be looked down upon by someone who can't do anything just because they're young. After finally saying what I've always wanted to say to Tracy, she looked like she was about to cry. As Matt glared at me in defense of Tracy, I said, "You two were saying earlier that I don't belong in this department store, right?" "Yes, that's right. Someone like you shouldn't be coming to department stores. You might have a bit of money, but it's obnoxious, like a nouveau riche." Even after realizing I have money, Matt refuses to apologize. Instead, he continues to find fault and complain. But it's Matt who doesn't belong here. "You know, I've kept in touch with your parents even after our divorce. And Matt, I heard that you've been prioritizing your newlywed life too much, arriving late and leaving early from work. Your position and salary have decreased. Your parents were lamenting, right?" "What? My parents talked about that? Wait, hold on. I haven't heard anything about a salary decrease." No, Tracy, that's not it. This is just a malicious lie from Sarah." "Then why are you panicking? Suspicious much?" "Despite our divorce, I've remained on good terms with his parents. We exchange Christmas cards and sometimes talk on the phone." After mentioning the story I heard from Matt's mother, Tracy began to glare at Matt. "Let's go home immediately. We're going to check your payslips properly. I've always suspected something was off since you've been hiding them every month, but to think your salary decreased. That's a lie, I tell you." "Tracy, why would you believe Sarah's words? If it's a lie, then showing me your payslips should be no problem, right? This is a good opportunity, let's check them now." "Don't be so harsh." The two of them ignored me and started arguing in front of me. They spoke loudly despite being in the department store, attracting a crowd around us. I didn't want to be associated with them, so I left them behind and went on my way. Later, I shared this incident with Anna as a funny story. Then, unexpectedly, Matt called me. "Hello." "Oh, Sarah. Good, you haven't blocked my number, so that means you still like me, right? Let's get back together." "What?" I was frozen for a moment, unable to comprehend Matt's sudden declaration, before asking him to repeat himself. However, Matt conveniently interpreted my response as interest and started to elaborate on his own. Apparently, a few weeks after I left, Matt and Tracy had a severe argument. Tracy was angry at Matt for hiding his salary reduction, and Matt accused Tracy of being after his money. Their argument escalated, and eventually, Matt said to Tracy, "Basically, even if my salary has gone down, you could just work. Why is your annual income lower than Sarah's? She's making enough to live in a place that costs $12,000 a month." Understandably, Tracy was furious to be suddenly compared to his ex-wife. She retorted, "If you want me to earn, give me some time to work. I'm too busy taking care of a useless man in his 40s who can't even do basic household chores. Besides, it's embarrassing that someone your age can't earn more. You're too incompetent to even serve as an ATM. Their argument led to a separation. Neither was willing to compromise, only wanting to benefit at the other's expense, which prevented any calm discussion. Eventually, they decided to divorce after another discussion yesterday. You know, marrying Tracy made me realize that there's no value in just being young. A woman with earning capabilities like you suits me better. So, marry me again. I want to live in a fancy high-rise condo too. What are you talking about? Are you serious? Why should I have to take care of someone who can't even do household chores? Don't be so cold. I'm healing, right? If you work and take care of the house, I can quit my job and heal you. Come on, it's a good deal. Sarah, I love you. There's no way I'd be healed by someone like you. If I wanted healing, I'd get a dog or a cat. After separating from Tracy and being demoted with no prospects for promotion, Matt seemed desperate to have me support him. But as I told him, there's no way I could love and support someone who can neither work nor do household chores. Don't say that. Like I said earlier, you didn't block my call, right? That means you were waiting for me to contact you. So, you still love me, right? That's not it at all. I didn't block you because I forgot you existed. Stop twisting things to suit yourself. This is making me sick. So, I hung up, wanting no further involvement with Matt. Before forgetting, I blocked his number on my smartphone. Sounds like you had a tough time. It's my fault for unintentionally sharing that story with Matt, leading to this mess. I'm sorry. No, Anna, it's not your fault at all. Really, don't worry about it. It's all Matt's insensitivity that's to blame. I hurriedly reassured Anna, who apologized to me. Truly, neither Anna nor I did anything wrong. The fault lies with Matt and Tracy, who only thought of themselves. But now, I won't have to deal with Matt anymore. I've blocked his number, and even if we meet in town, I'll just avoid him. Matt's parents know my address, but they won't share it. I can now live peacefully. Months later, Matt's parents informed me that he had been fired from his job. I haven't been able to focus on work lately. I'm thinking of taking some time off at my parents' house, so prepare my room. Having lost his job, Matt sought refuge, but his parents, having disowned him after our divorce, refused. Moving forward, Matt will likely be too busy with job hunting to involve himself further with me. So, I, too, wish to forget about Matt and move on with my life.